morning, y'all. I haven't forgotten about everybody in YouTube land. I have just been extremely busy here lately. Just running, trying to do what I can to help others. God gives me the ability to drive and have a vehicle and stuff like that. So between working, trying to make ends meet, trying to run errands for other people and stuff, I'm just running. Obviously, it's really early in the morning, and I am on my way to work. I'm going to try to keep the video a little shorter, and yeah, well, obviously, I can only video until I get close to work anyway. But I wanted to let y'all know that I haven't forgotten about y'all. But also, just going to throw this out there. I mean, I know there are a ton of English-speaking preparedness videos, but on my way to work on the smaller roads, which I will not record on, I noticed that the locust tree leaves are starting to fall. I know, it's still just the beginning of August, but signs are coming, right? So, something to think about. Do you have a way to heat your house if the electric goes out for the winter? Do you have a couple weeks worth of food and water put back? I mean, it might not be snowing yet, but heck, crazy world, which I have not been caught up on the news or any of that. Maybe a little bit more peaceful, but yeah, we need to pull our head out of the sand occasionally and see what's really happening in the world, and realize that it's not all unicorns and rainbows out there. But have a couple extra weeks worth of food. I mean, ideally, yeah, go for, hey, Bible talks often, Joseph prepared for 7 years of famine. Have at it. But don't be overwhelmed, and don't think that, oh my gosh, that is so much, I can't do that much. Hey, start off with a couple weeks. Start off with a month. Because that way, another pandemic, another lockdown for whatever reason, you can't work for a couple weeks. If you have food and water set back, at least, or you can't go out due to weather. Sorry. If you have a couple weeks set back, and you get hurt at work, whatever, can't go to work, you change jobs, heck, my store closed not that long ago. Having some extra food and water set back, that's a very big help. That way, during those times that it's difficult or whatever, and you don't have as much money, you can actually use the food that you have stored up so that you don't have to be spending money on that, and then the little money that you do have, you can save for bills or something else more important. Because you've got, it doesn't have to be fancy. I've done videos in the past, I just usually buy a case, like little 12-pack flat of canned goods, a couple different, mixed vegetables, whatever. Jars of spaghetti sauce, it's dry spaghetti, all shelf-stable stuff. It's easy to do, and if you don't look for all the big fancy pre-packaged, prepared stuff, just get you sustainment. Just get you simple things. If it's a can of peas, a lot of times I don't have time or take time to cook. I will literally open a can of peas and eat them from the can. Yes, just one of those crazy things. Fruit cocktail, it's a little more expensive, but hey, it's a good snack too. But I just want to encourage you all, at least aim for one week or 2 weeks. Or think that I give a lot of credit to Bear Independent. I have learned a lot from his channel. He's got a prepper classroom. Hey, go check it out. It's good stuff, good information. I think he might be working on a new prepper classroom series, but hey, go back to the old one. It's a good place to start. He talks about the 7 shelf-stable meals. Grab a jar of spaghetti sauce and a box of spaghetti. That can be one meal. If you buy 4 of those, you've got one meal a week for a whole month. So then you choose your next one. You know, whether you do tuna in a can with, you know, tuna helper or whatever. I don't do much of that prepackaged stuff, like I said, but, you know, tuna, and again, throw a box of pasta, rice, whatever in there. You know, cans of vegetables. There's another meal. I think he probably goes through other different ideas and stuff, and there's always, you know, big bunches, you know, dried beans, dried rice, all of that stuff's easy and cheap. Peanut butter, you know, whether you're team crunchy or team creamy, hey, you know, it's protein. So I just want to, you know, I challenge you even. Try just to get 1 week, simple meals, not all the prepackaged, highly processed stuff. Try it. See if you can get 1-2 weeks, maybe a month. Like I said, bag of beans, bag of rice, those are easy things. But anyway, yeah, be thinking ahead. You know, we don't know what's going to happen in the world. Might be another pandemic that we're not allowed to leave, or limited access to the stores, or quantities, or job loss, or, like I said, unfortunately, there's cold weather coming. So, anyway, just some thoughts and morning ramblings on my drive to work. Sorry, not going to edit it, because if I try to edit this video, it will not get uploaded. Simple. And this is pretty well all the time that I have. Once I get to work and get settled in there, I'll hit the upload button on these videos. Well, I made one in Spanish also. But anyway, I'll hit the upload button on these videos, and they're, you know, hey, it's raw, but whatever. But yeah, I haven't forgotten about y'all out in YouTube land. Love y'all always. You know, hope things are going good for you. Be prepared, look into the future. And yeah, leave a comment below if I have encouraged you, or, you know, check your preps if you already prep, you know. And yes, oh no, not a doomsday prepper. No, you don't have to freak out and do all that. Just common sense, y'all. You know, we never know what's going to happen. So, hey, later on it might be a family in need that you need to help, and hey, I can't go to the store, but here, have a, you know, here's a couple meals that I can help you with. So, anyway, much love, many prayers, and shalom always.